fuel station structure. Welcome to this presentation. My name is Maurice Dimba, your usual presenter. We'll just kick off by modifying our usual grid. Just double click on that and you feed in your measurements here. Prior to placing all those measurements, take into account the direction of X and Y axis here. We have X axis that way and Y axis this way, and the Z axis, which are normally our height, this one here. Now we'll go ahead and start feeding our measurements here. 3 at an interval of 6 meters, 5 at interval of 3 meters. We don't need that. Delete that. We need a height of 6.2 meters. We'll do away with this. We'll copy this here, 6.2 meters. We'll continue with this up to 7. We need 4, 5 and 6. That's all about that. After doing all those, just go ahead and click modify button there. Close this now. Come to this rectangular or cube, right click on it and fit it to a working area of the whole model. From here we are going to straight to creating our views. Just right click on the grid, come to create view, create views along grid lines, click there, click create here, and come. The moment you click create, this dialog box properties of views will come up and you'll be able to pick the views that will be necessary to your model. In this case 3D is by default, which is this one, and we'll pick grid C and grid 1, very important, and grid A. That's all. We'll close that by accepting that and switch back to a 3D. We'll come to steel, place your steel there, right click, double click on this steel, come to select. We want to pick or work with IPE. Pick 400 IPE, 400 IPE, 400 there, apply and accept, modify, apply and accept, come to position, bring this to 0, and remember our top height is 6 meters for the column. Accept that. Highlight that, right click, click copy, pick it from this spot, place it there, come here and place it there, right click, click delete. You don't need that anymore. Switch to grid C. You'll be able to see this. Come to beam, click it there, place it there, double click on this. This beam properties will come up and click close to profile, click select. We need to work with IPE 300 for the rafter. Just scroll down, come there and pick 300, apply and accept, modify, apply and accept. Click this, right click, come to special copy, click mirror. Our mirror line is this, and just click down there, come here and copy, apply and accept. Interrupt, if you right click, interrupt will come up. Interrupt means to disable or to get away from the active command. Next thing will come to beam. Click beam, just snap here and snap there. That's all. Double click on the beam to check the properties. You'll be able to see under attributes that that member is a beam, profile is IPE, IPEA, which you don't want. We can change this to IPE 300, that one, though there is no big difference. Apply and accept, but we just prefer uniformity. Now from here I'll just click that, right click and come to special copy. I'll click mirror. My mirror line is that, and here I'll come to copy and accept. I've done all those. I'll come to Windows and switch back to isometric view. In here I want to create joints between this and this rafter and this column. It's quick. I'll click that and come to, and just type end and applications and component. Just click that, click the main component and the secondary, double click on the joint, come to bolts, pick the size of the bolts. M20 is okay. HSFG, perfect. Pick this, give it middle position, modify, click modify, and come right here. We need 2 bolts at 120. That's all. You can type an extension there of 50 or 100. Perfect. Nothing else, just go ahead and apply and accept. Come back here again and do the same here. Click the main part and the secondary part to create a joint. Pick this and this, and remember, once you've made your settings on a joint, Tekla will be able to detect, will assume that those settings are still active and usable on the same connection joint. So whenever I click this and this, it will be able to pick the settings that were made for a joint and place them here automatically. Right click to disable that active command. Now I want to create a haunch here. I'll just come here and type haunch. I'll pick that. I'll pick this as my no, just come back, click this as your secondary and this as your main part. Come to view, come to navigate and click rotate with mouse and turn this round. Right click and redraw to remove all those congestions. Now I'll close this, but prior to doing that I need to create the base plates. It's simple as this. Same type base plate. I'll pick that. I'll just click on the column to receive the base plates. I'll just click on the middle point of the column, click the column and pick the position right there. Now we can do away with this and switch back to isometric view. Not really, we'll just rotate this. Just rotate this. Our next move is to populate this. Then prior to populating it, you have to highlight everything. Right click and click copy. We'll just pick this and place it here and place the other one here. That's all. right click and redraw. You can turn this round. Let's turn this round. The next step is to place the purlins. But prior to placing the purlins, you have to be aware of the slope or the orientation of these rafters. They're different. Now we'll come to view, pick work plane, and just give our purlin an orientation or a slope similar to this rafter. Now I'll come to steel, beam, I'll pick steel, just snap right there and come all the way to the middle point of this, snap there, double click on this member, come to position, give it front, and on plane give it left. Right there, come back to attributes, under attributes pick, select. Now here we want to change the profile size and the profile type. Now we'll come to steel sections limited here and pick C. We'll pick side rails and pick 177 by 15. Apply and accept. Modify, apply and accept. That's all. Click that, right click and click copy. Now snap it here, snap there to pick the point you want to join up with this, and I'll place that one there. Right click and accept, and disable that copy command. Come to view, click rotate with mouse and turn this round. Perfect. Now I'll press Ctrl and pick this. I'll right click after picking that and come to linear. On linear, prior to copying, check your axis. Y is the X axis and Y is the Y axis. I'll work with Y axis. Now I'll try to zoom and really be sure of what I'm doing. This is the Y axis. It's taking the slope of the rafter. Now I'll come on the Y and make this 0. I'll come on the Y axis and type 1 meter, an interval measurement between purlin to purlin. We need 2 of this. I'll just come here and click copy and accept. Simple as that. I want to do the same thing here. I'll do the same thing. I'll come to work plane tool. I'll just place my work plane tool here, right there. I'll right click to disable that work plane tool command. Now I'll go back to steel. I'll come to beam. I'll pick steel beam and give my purlin a starting point. I want my purlin starting point to be right there and end at the middle point of this member. I want to end it there. I'll double click this, come to position, I'll come to right. There's something wrong, something we've not done right. I'll delete this. I'll come to steel beam, just zoom out. I'll snap this. I want to start my point there for my purlin, and I want it to wind up at the middle point of this member right there. I'll double click this. I'll come to position and give it right offset. I'll apply and accept. I'll highlight this, come to copy and pick it right from this spot, right from that spot, and zoom out and link it up with the end of the same member here. Perfect. Now having given my axis the slope of this rafter, I'll just press Ctrl and highlight this and right click and click special copy, click linear. Take note of the axis you want to work with. It is X. Now from here I'll just take this to 0 and type 1 meter there at an interval of 1 meter. We need 2 purlins. I'll click copy. Perfect. I'll accept that. Now I need another one here. I'll press Ctrl and highlight that. I'll right click again and come to special copy, click linear, but I don't need an interval of 1 meter because it will overlap or exceed the limits. I'll give this 500 or 0.5 meters, and we need only 1, and click copy. I'll accept that. Right click to disable the copy command. Now I'll come to view, I'll come to workplane tool, I'll place my workplane tool there. I'll right click to disable that workplane tool command. I'll press Ctrl and highlight that. Right click, come to special copy and click linear. Take note of the axis is Y and X axis there. I'll just press copy. That's all. Right click and interrupt that copy command. The simplest thing remaining is to just mirror all this to the other end. I'll come to view, workplane tool, just zoom out. I'll place my workplane tool there and right click and interrupt to disable that workplane tool command. Now the next thing remaining is to highlight all these, which is quite simple. By pressing Ctrl, I'll just highlight all this, highlight everything here, highlight that, right click, click on special copy and come to mirror. Just zoom out, just zoom out. Now I'll use this as my mirror line, this spot. I'll use this as my mirror line, this spot from this end to this end. Click that, click copy and accept. Right click and interrupt that. Come to navigate under view, click on rotate with mouse, pick the point you want to rotate the model about. I want to rotate the whole model about that point, and press your left button on the mouse and turn this round like this. That's it. That's it for today. There's something wrong, but we have to rectify it prior to doing any other thing. We'll undo this, we'll undo that, we'll undo that, we'll undo that. We don't need them there. Turn this round. If you're going to use cleats, you might offset this to give a space for cleats. If you want to weld the purlins directly on the rafter, you can do that, but it's wise to give an offset. To do that, just double click on this, come to position and just type here 50 and click OK. Do the same to this end, double click, come to position and type 50. Perfect. Do the same here, come to position and type 50. Undo, double click, come to position and type 50. Apply and accept. Do the same here and type 50. Apply and accept. Now you can come to navigate and rotate this. You can see that offset. Now you can place your clit here to attach the purlin to the rafter. You can turn this round, turn this round like this. Rotate this. Thanks for watching this video. I'm Maurice Dimba, and bye bye. Let's meet on the part 2 of this model presentation. Let's meet then. Bye bye.